All right, for this video, again, you're going to need a scratch piece of paper. You're also going to need a calculator, whether that's a calculator on your computer or a calculator that you have next to you. You just need to be able to use decimals on the calculator. I'm going to do 3 example problems, and then you are going to have 3 problems to do on your own in your book for your assignment. So what I want you to do is on your scratch piece of paper, make sure you copy down all of the steps that I do. That way you can go back and look at them when you're doing your own problems to replicate the steps if needed. All right, so the first example, we have 5d minus 3 3/10 is equal to 7 2/10. So again, we draw a line down the middle. I always work on the side that has the variable, so that left side, I have 5d minus 3 3/10, so I need to get rid of that minus 3 3/10. So I plus 3 3/10. What you do to one side, you always have to do to the other. This makes a 0 pair. I'm left with 5d equals 10 5/10. Since 5 and d are multiplied, I do the opposite operation, so I'm going to divide. What you do to one side, you always have to do to the other. So d equals, this is where your calculator comes in. I'm going to type in 10 5/10 divided by 5, and I get 2 1/10. All right, next example. I have 3 equals 0 2/10 m minus 7. Again, I always work on the side that has the variable. This time it's the right-hand side. So I'm going to look at that right-hand side, and I have 2/10 m minus 7. I need to get rid of that minus 7, so I'm going to add 7, which you do to one side, you always do to the other. These make 0 pairs. So then I have 0 2/10 m is equal to 3 plus 7 is 10. Since 2/10 and m are multiplied, I do the opposite operation, which is division. So I divide by 2/10. What you do to one side, you always do to the other. M equals, type in your calculator, 10 divided by 2/10, and you get 50. So m equals 50. All right, and our last problem is 1 3/10 z plus 1 5/10 is equal to 5 4/10. I always work on the side that has the variable, so that time it is the left side. So I have 1 3/10 z plus 1 5/10, so I need to get rid of that plus 1 5/10. So I subtract 1 5/10, subtract 1 5/10. This makes a 0 pair, so I'm left with 1 3/10 z is equal to, I'm going to use my calculator for this, 5 4/10 minus 1 5/10. I get 3 9/10. Since 1 3/10 and z are multiplied, I do the opposite operation, which is division. So I divide by 1 3/10, divide by 1 3/10. Z equals, use my calculator, 3 9/10 divided by 1 3/10. I get an answer of 3. And that is my final answer. All right, your assignment is to do 8 through 10 on page 473. Remember, if you need to go back and watch this video so that you can do those steps to those problems, please do so.